The human intellect is a breeding ground for a wide range of reflections, and in the midst of this diversity, we are often faced with unfavorable ideas that have a profound impact, undermining our confidence, triggering anxiety, and robbing us of our inner serenity. However, the good news is that there is an effective approach to deal with these reflections and even eradicate them. In this journey in search of mental well-being, we will explore strategies and techniques that will empower us to face and overcome negative thoughts, allowing us to cultivate a more optimistic and balanced mindset. The elimination of these thoughts not only constitutes a path towards inner peace, but also represents a journey of self-discovery and personal growth capable of enriching our lives in surprising ways. The concept of impermanence, in simple terms, refers to the fleeting nature of everything in life, including our thoughts and emotions. When we are immersed in negative thoughts, it is easy to feel as if we are trapped in a dark mental state from which we will never escape. However, the truth is that over time, these thoughts will lose intensity and disappear. Understanding impermanence emerges as a powerful tool for dealing with negative thoughts. By recognizing that negative emotions and thoughts are temporary, we can face them with a more balanced perspective. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by these thoughts, we can remember that they are not permanent and that they will gradually dissipate. In addition, impermanence assists in the detachment of these negative thoughts. When we realize that such thoughts do not essentially define who we are, it becomes easier to release them. This provides the freedom to choose not to identify excessively with negative thoughts, but rather with our values and principles. The understanding of impermanence also acts as a support for maintaining hope. In moments of sadness or worry, we can remember that just as the dark night gives way to dawn, our negative thoughts will also give way to the luminosity of a more positive mindset. Self-analysis, for its part, consists of the act of examining our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in an objective and thoughtful way. When we are faced with negative thoughts, the first step is to pause and reflect on what triggered them. This may be related to a specific situation, a conversation, or even a memory that evoked these thoughts. The purpose of self-analysis is not to judge yourself, but to understand the reason behind the negative thoughts. By performing this analysis, we are able to discover thought patterns or triggers that lead us to have these reflections. For example, we may notice that we are always worried before an important meeting at work. Self-analysis helps us identify the root causes of our negative thoughts, revealing whether they are based on fears, insecurities, past trauma, or limiting beliefs. Understanding the origin of negative thoughts represents the first step in eliminating them. In addition, the practice of self-analysis makes it possible to assess the validity of these unfavorable thoughts. Often these reflections are exaggerated or distorted, and self-analysis helps to see reality more clearly. For example, we may realize that worrying before a meeting has no real basis, and we are worrying unnecessarily. Self-analysis also provides the opportunity to develop strategies for dealing with these thoughts. We can learn to challenge irrational thoughts and replace them with more realistic and constructive reflections. It is crucial to understand that we all experience negative thoughts at some point, being a common part of human experience. Trying to suppress these thoughts often doesn't work and can even make them more persistent. The key to eliminating negative thoughts lies in controlling our reactions to them. When a negative thought arises, it is important not to panic or fight it. Instead, observe the thought from a certain distance, recognizing that it is only a thought and not necessarily an accurate representation of reality. This mental pause prevents you from becoming captive to negative thinking. Then focus on how you react to this thought, questioning how you are feeling and how this thought affects your emotions. This process brings awareness to your emotional reactions to negative thoughts. The next step is to consciously choose how you want to react, rather than allowing negative thinking to drag you down. Make an effort to counter with more positive and constructive thoughts, such as remembering past achievements, cultivating gratitude, or envisioning a brighter future. Another effective strategy is the practice of cognitive analysis, which involves examining negative thinking and questioning its validity. Ask yourself if there is solid evidence to support this thought or if it is just an unfounded concern. Often, you will find that negative thoughts are based on cognitive distortions and not on real facts. Sometimes our thoughts flow automatically, and we don't even notice when we are immersed in negative thoughts. Consciousness invites us to stop and observe our thoughts with a sense of distance, as if we were watching a movie on the screen. The characters and plot unfold before us, but we know that we are not part of the film, allowing us to objectively examine these thoughts. In the same way, when you are aware of your negative thoughts, you observe them as if they were characters on a screen. You do not identify with them, but perceive them as passing mental events. Awareness of negative thoughts helps us create a mental break. Instead of being swept away by thoughts, we are able to recognize them as temporary. We know that these thoughts do not define our essence, but are fleeting mental events. In addition, awareness makes it possible for us to assess the validity of these thoughts. Often, negative thoughts are based on cognitive distortions, which are distorted ways of perceiving reality. Awareness helps us identify these distortions and question the validity of negative thoughts. Meditation is a practice that involves focusing on the breath and the present moment, letting go of intrusive thoughts and worries. It is a powerful tool to calm the mind and eliminate negative thoughts. When we feel afflicted by thoughts of self-criticism, worry, or anxiety, meditation provides us with a refuge of inner peace. It does not require special equipment or a quiet environment. It can be practiced anywhere, anytime. All that is needed is to take a few minutes to focus on the breath and allow the thoughts to flow and disappear. Over time, meditation helps cultivate a calmer state of mind and reduces the mental agitation that fuels negative thoughts. In addition to meditation, reflection also plays a crucial role in eliminating negative thoughts. Reflection involves carefully analyzing negative thoughts and questioning their validity. One can ask whether these thoughts are based on real facts, whether there is solid evidence to support them. Reflection assists in identifying cognitive distortions, which are inaccurate and irrational thought patterns. Negative thoughts are often fueled by these distortions, and questioning the validity of these thoughts is an important step in overcoming them. Starting the process of unraveling these distortions and replacing them with more balanced thoughts is essential. Regularly practicing meditation and reflection is like a mental exercise that strengthens our ability to deal with negative thoughts. Over time, you will notice that you become more skilled at recognizing these thoughts and dealing with them constructively. In addition, meditation and reflection are practices that provide various benefits for mental and emotional health. They reduce stress, improve focus, promote self-understanding, and instill a more positive mindset. Eliminating negative thoughts is a journey that begins with awareness and the practice of observing them with the necessary distance, recognizing that these thoughts are temporary and not an intrinsic part of our identity. We gain the power to control our response to them by assessing the validity of these thoughts and replacing them with more balanced reflections. Gradually, we can transform our mindset. It is important to remember that the elimination of negative thoughts is not a single task, but an ongoing process. With constant practice and patience, we can cultivate a more positive and balanced mind. By doing this, we not only improve our emotional well-being, but also make room for personal growth and a richer, more meaningful life. So continue the journey of eliminating negative thoughts with confidence, knowing that the power is in your hands to create a healthier and more constructive mindset.